Offshore Europe started in a few tents in the grounds of Aberdeen University as Offshore Scotland. Funny thing is that when All Energy was established, it was All Energy Scotland, the first show. And then it very quickly evolved into Tenty Toon, and then eventually David Stott, who was the absolute driving force behind the creation of Offshore Europe, mortgaged himself to the hilt and all the rest of it to get the money together to drive towards the creation of this exhibition centre. We saw George Osborne map out pretty clearly the commitment of the current government. And I think, and I'm now prepared to believe that there is a very strong commitment. But the problem comes next election. If the other bunch get in, then what happens after that? Because the issue for the UK, in fiscal terms, has always been continuity. And by that I mean not just, you can have continuity by evolving a fiscal regime, not just chopping and changing, which is what has so often happened. And indeed, this government tried exactly the same trick and has been learning the lessons ever since. Every conference I've ever gone to do with this industry, somewhere in that conference is a conversation or pontification about technology. Oh, we must make greater use of it, or we must really work the whole technology thing in a more cohesive way. It's never happened. Yet at the same time, over the 20-something years I've been writing about this industry, there's been a lot of change. And I suppose in the context of this city, the greatest change has been subsea, where you've seen Aberdeen come to the fore as the operations headquarters for so much of the subsea industry that operates worldwide. In one way, shape or form, and quite a lot of technology has been and will continue to be developed here. As far as the helicopter incident is concerned, one of the problems that this industry lives with is that when a helicopter goes down, what is actually an aviation incident becomes an industry incident. But then, of course, this industry has had a lot of very close involvement in the evolution of air transportation to the rigs, to the platforms, and so on and so forth. So I guess you can understand why it maybe gets tarred by that brush. I think if you set this industry against any other in the UK, there's no question about it. This industry is incredibly committed to safety in a way you just don't find anywhere else. I think Offshore Europe has perhaps confounded a few people by continuing to grow. It is more internationally relevant than it ever was, and it has to be, and that's really, really important because that is, so much of this city's future, this community's future lies overseas. So people can moan about the traffic jams and all the rest of it, but we need Offshore Europe. It's a wonderful focal point. And just look at this place today, packed out, held of course by 25 degrees outside.